Yesterday, we had the largest inflow ever for the spot Bitcoin ETF, and right now, Bitcoin is creating another new consolidation phase, and I believe this is about to be breaking out again here. So, on today's update video, I'm going to be discussing my price targets, but more importantly, what historically tends to be happening next after that US election, and guess what tends to be happening next after we break outside of the massive bull flag pattern for Bitcoin. So I will be discussing the most important charts and patterns on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, on the imminent short term right now here, first we created this major consolidation phase right here. We had a bullish breakout towards the upside. Then we flipped this exact resistance, which I mentioned in yesterday's video, right there, flipped exactly into support. We found a double bottom, and actually after that, Bitcoin just hit another new all-time high, hitting $77,000 on some exchanges. And now all we're seeing again is another symmetrical triangle that is getting created on Bitcoin. And really the moment we're going to be breaking either the downtrend or the upper sloping support line is where we're going to be seeing that next breakout. Of course, if we break the support line, we're just heading lower. And of course, if we break the top side, we're just heading higher and having another breakout towards the upside. So that is what we're looking at right now here. And the price target for this breakout would bring Bitcoin approximately to 77.2K again. And most likely, if we're going to be seeing any more bigger, and most likely, guys, we're going to be having another major day on the ETF, because there is just massive amounts of Bitcoin getting bought by the spot Bitcoin ETF, guys, and especially by BlackRock. I mean, BlackRock just bought $1.12 billion worth of Bitcoin, and the spot Bitcoin ETF in general had its largest inflow by far, because the previous largest inflow was $1 billion. Now it's 1.4 almost. So this is major. And some people are maybe wondering, but why isn't Bitcoin pumping so heavily? First of all, the most buys usually tend to be happening at the beginning day of the trading. And I believe that there was a lot of sell pressure at that time, but the ETF is absorbing the sell pressure. Like, there are probably people scaling out of the market, Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, they're getting out, but the ones that are actually accumulating is BlackRock. The smart money is buying, while some other people are just selling off their Bitcoin. So what is happening on the bigger perspective? We're just sitting in this region right here. We're seeing basically that some retail traders are selling off their Bitcoins, and really at the point where the most amount of people are not really interested in selling their Bitcoin again, they're still going to be buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, but at that point, we're going to be having less sell pressure, and Bitcoin is likely going to be skyrocketing towards the upside. So Bitcoin right now trading around $77,000, but in all honesty, I do think this continuation is going to be happening, and we're going to be probably seeing it in a faster pace happening than ever before. So sell pressure is getting absorbed right now here, and whenever we do break above this major resistance right here, that is where I think we're going to be probably seeing the most exponential rally higher. So yeah, that is what we're looking at right now. And of course, we do know that 2 days ago, we of course had the US election, and historically, if we just look at the data, the most amount of gains and the most exponential price action for Bitcoin always happens after that US election. And usually in that first 40 to 50 days, we tend to see the most exponential gains getting realized on the market. And yeah, just like the 2016 and 2020 cycle, just moments after the US election, we saw some sideways consolidation, and then we had that big rally towards the upside. And maybe we're seeing something similar right now here, some sideways consolidation, and then we see that major rally higher getting created. So things are still looking perfectly in play in my opinion. And you can see also the bull flag pattern is perfectly breaking out. And in 2020, we had a very similar situation where we also saw the bull market really getting followed afterwards. And if we're just looking at the global liquidity index right now here, we are seeing that there is not even a huge amount of global liquidity entering the market. And what is usually the big corresponder to a Bitcoin bull market is increasing global liquidity. And as soon as also the global liquidity is going to be increasing, guys, expect an even crazier Bitcoin bull market for the market. And in general, right now, we're seeing that basically the Bitcoin search storm and basically retail interest is close to all-time lows here, while Bitcoin is literally crushing it and hitting new all-time highs, and while smart money like BlackRock is buying billions worth of Bitcoin right now here. So very interesting to see this data point right now here. And basically, this tends to be happening every single time, every single cycle. We tend to be hitting an all-time high, and then only later, whenever Bitcoin goes exponential, we tend to see the retail FOMO return in the market. So very excited for that. And in all honesty, I do think retail FOMO is going to be returning in the market, but we have to wait a little bit longer. And you can see also here on the previous 4-year cycles, in 2014 to 2018, Bitcoin went the most exponential whenever it broke above its all-time high. Then in 2018 to 2024, we had a major consolidation. And whenever we broke above the key level, which was not the all-time high, whenever we broke above that key level, we had also a major continuation higher. And what all these times have in common is that they've all seen that consolidation at that key level of resistance. And yeah, right now as well for Bitcoin, this major key level of consolidation, we are currently breaking above it. Like you can see, we're breaking above this key level of resistance, and this is most certainly going to be causing the market to massively increase in value. And it's of course not going to only be Bitcoin, and it's most likely also going to be altcoins. I mean, already I see some altcoin backs absolutely exploding. And guys, if you want to be trading those altcoins or Bitcoin and make money from the upcoming bull market, because I have made my initial money from trading Bitcoin in the bull market, because honestly, trading Bitcoin in the bull market is the easiest way to trade it. You can currently also claim some insane deposit bonuses. You can get a $10,000 deposit bonus if you run a sign up account using this highest link above the video, guys. You can get $10,000 worth of deposit bonuses and also claim insane rewards like an iPhone 15, like a MacBook Pro, like an Apple Vision Pro, or even a Rolex. So if you are interested in getting some insane rewards on an exchange where you can trade without any KYC, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, yesterday we also had another rate cut from the FOMC. And I mean, ever since the last rate cut, Bitcoin increased about 30% towards the upside. But right now, if we're looking at the probabilities, we're expecting that actually the rate cuts are still going to come for the next meeting, but after that, it's going to be slowing down here. So yeah, we're expecting still there are going to be more rate cuts, but in 2025, we're expecting that we're going to be staying somewhere around that 3.75 to 4% interest rate. So that is the forecast right now. But of course, like we do know, if there's going to be anything big happening in the market, like uncertainty or whatsoever, we are most certainly going to be seeing the rates drop even further for the market. Yeah, then just looking at Bitcoin, and just like I said earlier, we're breaking out of the major consolidation. We have been consolidating in this region for a very long period. And to be exact, we've been consolidating in this region for 250 days plus. And now we're breaking outside of it. We're breaking above the all-time high. We're back in price discovery. We're breaking out of the bull flag pattern, which I called many times here. The price target for this pattern is $100,000 to $120,000. So somewhere in this region right here, I'm expecting it's also going to get reached there. And here on the daily time frame, we're creating a major downward sloping resistance line. And really, we're about to be having a major breakout. So Bitcoin found support, bounced higher. And yeah, you can see that on the MACD. We also had that bullish crossover. And ever since the bullish crossover, Bitcoin just went higher. And I've got this bullish crossover already over here. If you're watching the channel, guys, you know that I tell you these things early, because I also told you about this bullish crossover on the MACD and what kind of effect it most likely was going to have on the market. And like you can see currently, ever since that signal has flashed, the market increased about like 30% plus here towards the upside. So major signals. And if one thing is for certain as well, is that actually a time to be scaling into altcoins is actually very good after the US election. So yeah, currently we of course just had the US election, and likely, not directly, but likely in the upcoming 20 to 40 days, we could be seeing signals of the altcoin season really going to get started. And like we do know, 224 days after the Bitcoin halving, we tend to see altcoin season or Bitcoin dominance really dropping. And that is really where we are about to be as well here. So we're like 30 days out right now here. And that basically means that altcoin season is going to be imminent. And whenever altcoin season is going to be happening, guys, that is the point where we're going to be seeing the major gains in our portfolios, because you can make crazy gains with altcoins, like making 10x's, etc., if you have a good altcoin portfolio. So altcoins are likely to be exploding next year. Bitcoin is already breaking out on the weekly time frame. And in all honesty, I don't think this breakout is going to be stopping anytime soon here. Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I expect the ETFs are going to be buying even more in the upcoming days, especially today as well. Guys, these ETFs are just pricing in the fact that Donald Trump has won the election right now here, and they're just going to be scooping up enough Bitcoin for the upcoming bull run. So I'm very excited. The market is very excited. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.